Karahala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatehawa, Brakatehawa Shai, Brakatehawa, Brakatehawa Shai, Brakatehawa, Brakatehawa Shai, Dewala, Abba Abba, Kal Kadash. I like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth, which I believe through this prophecy in the scriptures is 100% of the truth. My brother Malakama and the title of this lesson today is going to be A Woman's Destructive Force. Because, through a woman, believe it or not, she has a lot of power to destroy, And not because she's so strong or physically strong or she has these abilities to, go and tear down things, but through her way of life and her thinking, man, she can be very destructive. And we can bear witness to that in our communities, which are led by these women who lead these so-called J communities, man, especially the nigger women. And what's inspired me to do this lesson this morning, I was watching Elder Pastor Gabar of GMS, and he was doing a lesson talking about marriage counseling and why we don't need marriage counseling, because all you do is need this truth and understand the makeup of a woman and how she's been used against you to destroy the Israelite man and his family. And we understand that because we understand from the curses, this was said what's going to happen about our women and how they were going to be. And then I was watching this other brother video. This brother's not in the truth, but he kind of goes in, giving a good breakdown on women. Accountable truth or something like that. When he was saying how a lot of women are getting evicted. And I remember because as a child, I grew up in a lot of these project communities, man. I grew up in these project communities. And I remember, riding the bus coming home, elementary school or middle school, and you seeing a lot of property lined up, along on the curb on the street in front of the project. And the first thing comes to your mind, you say, Lord, crowd, you say, telling yourself, you have your peers on the bus. And you say, Lord, I hope that's not my shit out there, because when they put out on the curb, you got scavengers, man, goddamn like seagulls or crows, man. They going through your shit. You have your own personal stuff out there, and a lot of, that's part of the eviction process, in these hoods, And you praying that, your mother did what she's supposed to do, she paid the bills and, abide by the rules, and didn't get caught with having a man in the house and those type of things, man, that would get you evicted. And, I remember seeing some of my peers, they seeing their shit out there on the curb and, they getting evicted. So you can imagine the trauma that causes, man. Matter of fact, me, even as an adult now, I still had those flashbacks of seeing that, and thanking God that, thanking Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, that was not my stuff out there, that we never had to endure that. Then as I got older, I kind of worked, I used to do contract work where I used to go in to a lot of these Section 8 houses, and we used to, kind of turn the apartments for them, we do the painting and fixing up and all that. And one thing you realize when you go into these Section 8 houses, man, these women go in there and destroy those fucking places, man. They destroy them. The houses, the apartments that they put them in, they go in there and, they destroy those damn places, man. And I got an inside look at it because you see how, a lot of these women, they're given subsidies, so they can move in an apartment and pay no more than $25 to, $75 a month for rent, for a 2-3 bedroom apartment. All utilities included and all that shit, And then on top of that, she's given a food stipend, which we call EBT. But you go to the damn houses, man, and you go there to work, open up the damn refrigerator, there's nothing in the damn refrigerator, here this woman got 2 or 3 kids. There's nothing in the refrigerator, maybe a couple of 40 bottles and some bullshit. and and they're not still not making their rent, man. These women are still not making that $50 rent, and many of them they getting evicted behind that because they 3 or 4 months behind and they goddamn paying $50 worth of rent. Well, all this does is foster bad behavior, and Esau Edom knows this. So he knows by putting a woman in that situation and her not having a man over, because a man, like Elder Apostle Gabar was just saying, a man thinks logically, man. You know, we think ahead, you know. We kind of try to plan things out. A woman just go from day to day because she's pretty much like a bird. She has to be led. That's why she's supposed to have a father over her, and then she relinquishes to her husband, because she always has somebody to guide her. Because like the Apostle Gabar was saying, a woman thinks off emotion. So she's an emotional creature. She's not thinking logically. And therefore she doesn't have wisdom. That's why the Bible tells you that a woman is deprived of wisdom. So, you know, when you see these women constantly getting put out, you know, we got to go in there in order to turn the apartment. We got to throw all this shit out, man. So these women are just paying like $50 a month, and they still can't make rent. What the fuck you done did for the whole month that you can't make a $50 payment? You know? And you know, they dealing with other niggas, you know. You know, they buying weed, you know, they smoking weed all day long. You know, a bag of loud, or whatever that they smoke now. I don't know what it is now, or, you know, their weed. I ain't even say a bag, a joint, you know, that they be smoking, you know, when they first wake up in the morning, throughout the day. That shit's about at least $20 right there. You know, and they doing this every day, on a constant basis. And, you know, and the devil knows exactly what he's doing, man. And that's why I said women is a destructive force. So you can imagine what these kids that are growing up are coming up under and what they learn. She done destroyed a whole nother generation through her. But and I've seen it. I've seen kids come out there. You know, we working. You know, you feed them, try to feed them and help them out and shit like that, man. But you see that the destructive nature of a woman being in charge, man, and this devil knowing that, and that's why he promotes that in our community. And the first thing this devil says, hey, you know, I try to help them out. You know, they didn't. That's why the black community can't pull themselves up by the bootstraps. You know, even we try to help them, they still fail because they foster this shit. They created this situation. Had they put a man in the house and they helped promoted that, then you wouldn't have such a destructive nature. But they understand how this thing plays out, and then they throw in all the other psychological warfare, you know, through the music that they promote, through the movies that they promote. 'Cause they know these nigga women, or these nigga women that's home all day. They watching TV, so they give them a heavy dose of Atlantic Housewives and Basketball Wives, a whole bunch of debauchery or degenerate behavior to build off on, and have these kids, you know, grow up under that. And it wasn't for the will of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, of getting me out of those situations, man. You know, growing up in that type of community, in that environment, man, you know, I've been destroyed too, because the Bible tells you the man that's born of a woman is few days, man, because he picks up that destructive nature from his mother. If he's raised by his mother, he's going to pick up that destructive behavior. So these devils, you know, they promote this type of behavior, then they go back and tell the world that, you know, that, hey, we try to help them, they still can't make it. You know, but that's Esau Edom, man. He's very deceptive, man. He's very deceiving. And, you know, and that's part of how he is, man. That's his makeup. And he's very cunning, you know, just like the serpent, like the Bible.